Hello, I'm here with group number 1. We are doing the review of the Hang Power Clean. I am Justin, and I am here with Matt and Kaven. As we transition to the next slide, you'll see a quick video on the Hang Power Clean, and then we'll get into more details. Thank you.
Kim, is it okay if I do the video and show it like clean class? Yeah. Cool. Let's do it.
So what is the Hang Power Clean? As you saw in the video, the Hang Power Clean is a total body lift. Where it differs with the Hang Clean is the Power Hang Clean is caught, or the bar is received at a level above that of the parallel squat. So it's received at a higher depth, if you will. Additionally, what does it work? The Hang Power Clean is, as mentioned, a total body lift, which will go in more of the mechanics in some later slides. But it's relatively easy to use, and the Hang Power Clean is designed to progress into some of the more advanced lifts, the regular Hang Clean, and some other lifts. Moving forward, we're going to discuss the mechanics and joints and musculature by phase over the next few slides. Below you'll see the photo of the start position with, on the right hand side of the slide, the joint angles and the musculature utilized for this portion. The bar is suspended just above the knee, the bar either touching the shins or hovering just above the surface of the skin. As a cue, I used the patellar tendon or tibial tuberosity for the athlete. The width of the feet and the knee should be approximately shoulder width apart and the bar directly over the midfoot. The knee should not be hanging over the bar, and they can be held in neutral or with a slight external rotation. The thoracic spine should be extended and held isometrically, avoiding the rounding of the shoulders. The lumbar spine is extended, and the performer should maintain an inclined flat back posture. The knee is flexed between 35 and 50 degrees, while the hip is flexed between 70 and 80 degrees. The hand should be placed on the outside of the knee with an overhand grip utilized, which will aid in the catch position identified later in this presentation. The shoulder abduction angle varies based on the individual, but can be between 20 and 30 degrees. The pull and stomp is the explosive phase of the lift. During the pull and stomp, the bar is forcefully lifted and retracted towards the midline. The goal of this motion is to try and keep the bar as close to the body as possible and as close to a straight line going vertical as possible. While this is occurring, the hip and knees are forcefully extended with the feet plantar flexing, ankle plantar flexing, which will lead to a small jump. The thoracic spine and lumbar spine are still extended to prevent rounding of the shoulders. During this motion, the arm and elbow are flexing to start preparing for that catch portion. This phase ends just as the feet hit the ground with the scapula upwardly rotating, and this will cause that transition into the catch. Below you will see the catch portion of this movement. During this phase, the scapula is held in upward rotation with the shoulder and elbow inflection. The amount of shoulder flexion can vary between 90 and 100 degrees. The shoulder should also be abducted between 20 and 30 degrees and not crossing the midline of the body, which should allow the bar to rest on top of the shoulder comfortably. And the amount of abduction will vary based on the individual. The wrists are hyperextended with bar resting on top of the deltoid and not in the palm of the hand. Also, some fingers may roll off the bar as well. With a good position, you still maintain complete control of the movement. The hip and knees should be slightly flexed to the quarter squat position when receiving the force from catching the bar. The hip can be flexed to approximately 10 to 25 degrees. The knee can be flexed between 45 and 70. The lifter should be prepared to full squat to control the load prior to the standing phase. The ankle is in neutral position due to the stomp and is prepared to go into dorsiflexion during the catch to absorb remaining load. and perform a squat if needed. For the stand, the shoulder flexion, abduction, and elbow flexion should stay the same angle as they were during the catch. During this phase, the performer is extending at both the hip and the knee. The knee does not extend into hyperextension, but should come to a 0-degree point. The hip extends to neutral. The ankles are plantar flexing at the foot, but the joint angle is not changing. Lumbar and thoracic spine are being held in extension, and the athlete is in a normal upright position while holding the bar across those shoulders. While proper training can minimize having to use corrective techniques, several corrective techniques are available in order to help athletes ensure proper form to allow them to take better advantage of Newton's laws of motion. One method is to place the athlete in front of a rack so they're not able to sway forward and allow the bar to increase its horizontal distance from the body. Another method is to place an athlete on a block with their heels up. If the athlete attempts to pull with their back, they will lose their balance and tip forward. They will not be able to complete the lift. Additionally, Ebel and Rizzer, 2002, also explains some contracting drills for ensuring an athlete properly contracts their glutes and hamstrings in order to lift the bars properly. Hope you enjoyed our presentation. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to send us a message in the class or via email. Thanks.